I beat Dark Souls, so now I'm going to share the tips that help me get through the game, or things that my mentors taught me. How to parry to defeat the final boss. If you don't want spoilers on how to parry to defeat the final boss, now's the time to back out. I use the Gargoyle's Tail Axe as my weapon. It had the most damage when parrying. I leveled it up with a blacksmith to level 5. You had to have cut off the gargoyle boss fight's tail to get this axe. So if you don't have this axe, you just practice your parry and see what takes the most damage for the bad guys. I used the Crystal Knight Shield, used a blacksmith to get it to a level 5. I really like the design of this shield. But for me, it had the most defense, so this is the shield that I used. I equip this ring because it boosts critical attacks. So after you parry, you get a critical attack, and this raises how much damage. So this combination got me the highest amount of damage after a parry. So I cannot defeat this final boss at all, and I left and I came back multiple times and I said, mentors, I don't know how to beat this boss. What did you do? And they said, we just parried. I spent the whole game not parrying. I don't know how to parry. And with PlayStation 4 controllers, you do R3 to target, and you do L2 to use your shield to parry. But I can never get the timing right. I'm like, mentors, it doesn't work. They're like, you can get it, you just gotta practice. And it was like, they just kept hitting me, and I wasn't understanding what to do. And it took more health. But then I realized when their arm goes up, like this, that means you hit L2 to parry, and you hear this kadong sound. You'll shove him to a side, and you'll notice him hesitate for a moment when you hit R1, and then you get a critical attack. And once you get the timing of this, they go down a lot easier. See, my timing's off. Ready? Arm goes up, L2, R1. I double tap because I get so nervous I'm not going to get it. And he's dead within like 2 times of doing this. And then I use my heal spell with my talisman. Should the heal spell. And now you use all the knights on the way to the boss for parry practice. If you didn't have the gargoyle axe like I talked about, this is the perfect time to try with different weapons, see what attacks for the most. I found that the axe gets you 2 hits instead of just a parry, critical attack. And it's all about timing. When his arm goes up, using the shield, and then attacking back. But you start to get a rhythm of when they're going to attack you, when you use L2 to use your shield, when to double tap the R1 to attack him. See, they go down way quicker. It's also a good farming area for like the Titan chunks, for a red Titan chunk, for their swords that you can feed to the creature on the how to sell items video. You can farm for all those things. So this night coming up, I recommend not fighting him on this ledge because yeah, I died falling off. So I do R1 and then I do a circle around him and then I run away to solid ground. Sometimes you get lucky and he'll fall and die, or hey, like now I got lucky. Oh look, beautiful sound. He fell and died and I didn't have to waste my time fighting him. So I found that when they start running after you, I do R1 to target them, and then I work on getting my timing right of letting them come to me and parrying with L2. And it takes a lot of practice to get parrying down, but once you get it down, it is, like, look at that, 500, over 500 hit points. But you use each one of these guards as practice on your timing, on how to parry, and then when you get to the boss fight, you have a lot of practicing for doing it to him. I don't know why, but I can never get my timing right on this guy. I can never seem to parry him. So I usually just attack this guy. I don't know why my timing is so bad. It's just easier for me to kill him. And if you can get behind him and stab him in the back, that always feels really good when you manage that. So now you're going to want to heal up before the boss fight because he hits really hard when he hurts you. And also I switched back to my gargoyle axe because it just does better with critical hits than my other sword. Then you go into the white door. Apparently I roll dramatically. And then I wait for him to come to me and I try to parry that first attack, which I failed. But you practice parrying with him. I couldn't seem to get out of his grip when he grabbed me. But you work on parrying. I suck at parrying. There you go. So, yeah, R3, there, yeah. And you notice he takes a lot of his health when you can parry him successfully. So I tried to stay by the white door, so that way if I died, I'd still be able to rush in, retrieve my souls, and use a homeward spell or item to get back to the bonfire. That way you can still level up if you fail to defeat him. As long as nothing on the way killed you. So once you get the hang of how to parry, and you can parry this boss, it takes a lot of his health, and you're able to beat him with parrying. And you are victorious!